Hi guys, it's time for another Zearn tips video. This one is going to cover lessons 5 and 6. So our overview for this is that we are going to write numbers in different forms to the thousandths place using decimals and fractions. We're also going to compare decimals using the symbols for greater than, less than, and equal to. So what we should expect from some of the work for these two lessons is representing the same number in different forms and comparing numbers using symbols. All right, so the number at the top of my page in purple is 25 and 413 thousandths. Let me explain how to say that. First of all, look at just that whole number. That's a 25. When you get to the decimal, you say and then you say the decimal number as if it was a whole number. 413, and the 3 is in the thousandths place. So this number is 25 and 413 thousandths. All right, so when we talk about different forms, the first one is standard form. You should have already seen standard form in the past, in fourth grade, third grade, even second grade, maybe even first. The standard form is exactly the number written with the digits 25 and 413 thousandths. When we talk about the word form, it is exactly that. It is the number in words. This number is 25 and, you have to write that little word and, 413 thousandths. Okay, so now we're going to talk expanded form. That is taking our number and pulling it apart into its place values. You've seen this before. But we're going to do it with decimals and fractions. So we're going to slow it down. Expanded form using decimals. First, we're going to look at the 2. The 2 is in the tens place. So that is 2 groups of 10. 2 times 10 would give me 20. We are going to add that to 5 groups of 1. 5 times 1. Then we're going to add that to, here's where we have to slow it down, 4 in the tenths place. So we're going to take that number 4 and we're going to multiply it by a group of 10, a tenths. So it's 4 groups of 1/10. Then we're going to take this 1, one group, times one group of 1/100ths, plus 3 groups of 1/1000ths, 1, 2, 1, 2 spots before the number. All right, guys, I'm going to show you that one more time. Expanded form using decimals. Here's my 2. It is in the tens place. So it is 2 groups of 10. We are going to add that to 5 groups of 1, 5 in the ones place. 5 times 1. Then we're going to add that to 4 groups in the tenths place. So 4 groups of 1/10. Then we're going to add that to 1 group in the hundredths place. 1 times 1/100th. And then we're going to add that to 3 groups of 1/1000th. And that is expanded form using these decimals. Now let's look at expanded form using fractions. So decimals and fractions can represent the same number. It's part of a number, just two different ways to represent it. So let's do that expanded form again. Let's go up to the 2. The 2 is a whole number, so it's 2 groups of 10. Plus 5 is a whole number. It is a whole 5. 5 groups of 10. Plus, now we have the 4. Let's turn that into a fraction. 4 times 1/10, 1/10. Same thing as this, 1/10 plus, take the 1, times it by, because it's one group of 1/100ths. It's in the hundredths place value, plus 3 times 1/1000ths. This is still 1/1000ths, just a different way to represent it as a fraction. All right, guys, we're going to do it again, just a little bit slower. Show it to you one more time. Two groups of 10. That is our normal expanded form, plus 5 groups of 10, plus, let's get into that fraction, 4. Our 4 comes from our number, times 1/10. Let's write 1/10 as a fraction, 1/10, plus 1/100th, 1 times one group of 1/100ths, plus 3 times 1/1000th, 1,000th, thousandths places. All right, now let's write that same number, 25 and 413, in unit form. Here I have 2 tens. I have 5 ones, 4 tenths, 1, right here, 1/100th, and 3 thousandths. So now it's sort of a mix of digit and numbers. You're looking at what place these numbers in. They're 2 in the tens, 5 in the ones, 4 in the tenths, 1 in the hundredths, 3 in the thousandths. And we can write this number as a mixed number, which means we're going to mix whole numbers and fractions. We know that our whole number is 25. Our fraction, our part of a number, is 413. And we know that this 3 falls in the thousandths place. So there's our mixed number. Mixed number has whole numbers and fractions combined to make one number, 25 and 413 thousandths. All right, parents, what you can do at home to help. You can play the challenge number game. You can give your child a number such as 1,769,432 and 158 thousandths. You can ask them to say it in unit form. So they would say 1,000,000, 700 thousands, 6 10,000s, 9 thousands, 4 hundreds, 3 tens, 2 ones, 1 tenth, 5 hundredths, 8 thousandths. And don't be afraid to draw a place value chart if you need one. Have your student practice drawing this. We have with fractions and with decimals if you need to. This will help them get down unit form. All right, another game you can play is called comparison. You need a deck of cards. You're going to take all the face cards, all the jacks, queens, kings, aces, and jokers out of the card stack, so all you are left with are numbers. You're going to place that stack face down. You and your child are each going to flip up a card. You're going to name the card as a tenth, and then you're going to compare them. And the person with the largest number wins all the cards. So if you flip a 2, and your child flips a 7, we're going to call this 2 tenths. We're going to call this 7 tenths, and the 7 tenths wins. And we're going to use the correct math vocabulary. 2 tenths is less than 7 tenths. When you're playing with those decks, you can also play comparison to compare the hundredths or even the thousandths. What you would do is then flip two cards. So if I were playing with my child and I flipped two cards, I flipped a 1 and an 8, and my child flipped a 2 and a 7, we would call this 18 hundredths. We would call this 27 hundredths. And 18 hundredths is less than 27 hundredths. And whoever has the bigger number wins the cards. You get, again, you can play this with thousands by flipping three cards. All right, I hope this video helped you get a little bit of an idea of what you would be doing in lessons 5 and 6. Remember that I am always here to help you. Call me, message me, and I am here to help you. If you think you can do better on a quiz, contact me and I will reset a lesson check for you. Um, as long as you go back and watch videos again. I also have linked some YouTube videos from an outside source for each lesson. So if Zearn, you're confused, you don't know where to go, watch one of those videos. If that still doesn't help you, watch our math tips video. If that doesn't help you, you don't want to watch videos, call Miss Wright. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you through math. That goes for learning coaches, parents, and students. Please keep me busy during the day. Call me, message me, and I will get back with you and help you. Y'all have a great day, and hopefully you're having a great time learning math. Bye for now.